De akkor 5-ször indulunk. Nem, hát hamarabb, hát... Nem megyünk-e valahol?
Hey guys, another video blog. Yeah, I feel like there are going to be a lot of these things by the time I'm done with my year here. Wow, I didn't think that posting one every week would be a lot, but it's a lot. I am interesting socially. I'm a very confusing person when it comes to that subject. See, the thing is I would consider myself an introvert. I do like spending time with myself, but at the same time, I do really like hanging out with friends. So it's kind of hard, and I never know whether I'm lonely or just am worried that people think I'm lonely. You know, I don't want, a lot of people think I'm lonely, and I'm not, and I don't like it when people think I'm lonely, because I don't know, it just gives me an odd feeling, and I don't want them to pity me or something, you know, I don't know. So, being away from home and being in this new situation and being by myself has kind of made me look at how I am socially much differently than I have in the past. I've had a couple new starts, and every time I'd just act the same way and wouldn't think about it, but now when I act a certain way in class or something, I kind of can look at it a different way. It's like, why do I act that way? And, like, for instance, yesterday on the class trip, the whole class was in a big group, and I found that I didn't really have anyone to talk to. You know, I wasn't lonely, I sort of felt excluded. And that could have been because of the fact that everyone was speaking Hungarian. No one particularly was excluding me, but see, the thing is I feel that way in every group that I'm in. I always feel that way. But yesterday was the first time that I realized it. That I actually realized it. So I've figured out that I don't do well in large groups. Even back home, when we were in a large group of friends, I always felt kind of excluded. In Hawaii, same thing. It's always been the way it works, and so I think I don't do well in large groups, mostly because I'm a floater, and I've been a floater for a very long time. I have friends in lots of different friend groups, and I move between them, but I can never really find a specific friend group. I can't stay in one place for long. I've also found out is that it takes me a very, very, very long time to make really, really good friends. Like, for instance, when I went to Ashwood, a new school in Maine, it took me a year before I asked one of my new classmates to hang out with me. Like, if they asked me to hang out with them, I was like, sure, yeah, totally. But for me to ask someone to hang out outside of school takes me a long time. And it's not because I'm nervous or anything, it's just that I don't want to. You know, I don't know, it's really, really confusing, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But what I've come to realize is that I have 1 year here. So I can't be that way here. Because I can't wait a year and then ask someone to hang out with me. That's not gonna happen. So I need to suck it up and be more sociable, because otherwise this is going to be an interesting year. And I'm a very sociable person. I love to talk to people. Oftentimes I talk too much, as you can see with these video blogs and how long they are. This social thing has been something I've been struggling with my whole life. So, and I wouldn't say I'm awkward. I don't think I'm awkward. But I also have this intense fear of being annoying, which I think is why I stay quiet. Like, I would hate for someone to think that I was annoying. Like, I think that's the thing I fear the most in new situations, is I just don't want to be considered annoying. Oh yeah, nailed it. Oh, Monday mornings. Make them stop. Alright, baby. Come on, let's see if you have internet today. Cats. Let's look for some cats. Please, please, please. Please, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Bastbeg! Oh, French class. Tracing. Let's see. What else to trace? Crap! I already traced you! Damn it, Tintin! Is that a tampon? No, that's a pencil. Oh my god, I totally thought that was a tampon. Oh my god, more verbs. Honestly, I don't ever remember learning this many verbs in French. Am I even in a beginner's class? I feel like I'm not, because I don't even know what these words mean. Hungarian class. I suppose I should study these French verbs I don't know. Oh my god. Wait. What the hell am I doing in a Hungarian grammar class? Am I even supposed to be here? Math. It's supposed to be the international language, but I still have no idea what's going on. You know what I love more than history in Hungarian on an early Monday morning? Physics in Hungarian on an early Thursday morning. Oh, don't want to be a YouTube star? That's fine. No worries. I think it's time for my nap. Alright. Sleepy time. And in 3, 2... Oh, okay. Wake up, Kate. Oh, you are a sick person. Oh, hey there, cutie. How are you? Wait, no. Come here. Totally get the joke. Oh my god, English! I understand this! Guys, I understand this!
Would you join
Oh, you know, just chilling here. Frozen vegetables on my knee. Hanging out with this great stuff. It's, you know, ibuprofen. Doesn't do much. I wish it did, because I hurt it again during Koshar Labda. Basketball. I do that a lot, don't I? So now I can't go tonight, because I strained it, and now it hurts to walk, and go upstairs, and go downstairs, and sit down, and stand up. I was kind of a badass today. I skipped IT class at the end of school. I went down to the main city, got myself a latte macchiato, and a tapioca pudding, and sat myself outside in the sun at a little table. Then I went to a museum, because I'm that cultured. And it was a very weird museum, because it was all like pottery stuff by this one chick. One Hungarian chick. And it was very strange pottery. And I'm worried I'm gonna have nightmares about some of the pottery. Because it's happened before. Oh my god, so much MTV. Something in Hungarian that I don't understand. Let's turn this up. She's running in slow motion. Oh, look at him! He's got dimple piercings. Running through fields of wheat. So much MTV. I don't know how much more I can take. My arms. Hi. That's Gubby. I don't know if you can see her. Say hello. Video blog. Video.
Úristen, a hajam! Ruhám, szűzanyám! Nem jó! Chanel kosztüm, vagy valami.
You look very nice. That's Gabby. Oh my god. We've got sensual hand soap. I I didn't even know that was a thing. Therapy is done very differently here in Hungary than in the United States. So for instance, Gabi goes over to her patients' houses and her patients come here. So sometimes I'll come home from school and there's a depressed person sitting in the kitchen. However, sometimes they bring baked goods. Like for instance, this coconut-covered chocolate donut ball. Which is delicious. So I had an interesting doctor's appointment the other day. So I was going to the hospital because I needed to get a physical for basketball. So I had my papers all signed and all ready to go. So then I get there and to the hospital, I'm on my own, and then a really nice person from my basketball team, Fani, she comes over and helps me check in, which was very helpful because the ladies at the check-in place didn't speak English. I go up, I have my number, 560, and I go and I sit down in the long line. It felt like Beetlejuice, you know, at the very end when he's sitting there with his number in, like, the waiting room, waiting to go to the afterlife, and it's like, his number's like 1,000,000 times behind what it says on the little counter, and he, like, tries to make awkward conversation with everyone else in the room. That was kind of like me. So anyway, my number comes up, and I go into the doctor's office. Sitting there is an old man doctor and a nurse, and I give the nurse my sheet, my little basketball sheet, and so then doctor says, "Clothes off." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, okay. You know, I've done doctor's appointments before. You take your clothes off, you put a robe on. Okay, sure." So then I'm like, "Okay, clothes off. Where should I change? You know, like whole change, robe?" And he was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Robe. Put a robe on." And he didn't understand, but so he just like pointed to the closet, and I was like, "Undress, clothes off." So I was like, "Okay." So I go into the closet, and I'm like, "Crap, oh my god. I don't want to just like take my clothes off and then prance out into the room and be like, dun da da, I'm ready for my physical!" And just be that really embarrassing patient that the doc and the nurse talk about at home over dinner that night. So I was taking off my clothes, I was like, okay, bra and underwear on, that's usually kind of a given. And then while I'm undressing, the doc just opens the door, and he's like, "Bra off." And I'm like, What? And he said, "Bra off." I'm like, "Oh, great, cool, brilliant." So I take my bra off, and I kind of like walk out into the room, and I'm like, there was no robe, but that was what I was supposed to do. So anyway, the nurse gestures to a very unsanitary looking table, and I clamber on up and lie down, and it smells like someone had repeatedly drooled or died on it. And so then I'm lying there, and the nurse puts like this weird gel on my arms and my ankles and on my chest right here, and then she puts this big rubber strap over my chest, and with like all these wires attached to it and stuff. I wasn't like strapped down to the table, but like it was like around my neck. It was weird. With all these wires and then these big metal clamps on my arms and ankles. And so I'm lying there like, did I come to the right room? Am I about to like get electrocuted or something? I was like, oh my god, is this the end? Oh crap. And so anyway, I lie there for about 30 seconds, and then the nurse comes over, hands me a wadded up tissue, pulls the clamps off and everything, and then I just wipe the gel off with the tissue. They tell me I can put my clothes back on. I gratefully put my clothes back on. And then I walk out, they hand me an EKG of my pulse and say goodbye. That was my physical. I was expecting to like go in there and like do some squats while they looked at my knees, or, you know, I don't know, like have them listen to my breathing. It was a very weird experience, and afterwards I was like, oh my god, I need a pastry. And so I walked through town like, pastry, where are the pastries? And then I got to the bakery, and it was closed.
It's about